Tonight we're making bang bang shrimp. Eating great while losing weight. Reach out to me for coaching. Melt your Kerrygold butter in a large saute pan. Add your minced garlic. Then you're gonna add 22 ounces of raw, peeled, and deveined shrimp right to the pan, and I like to buy mine fresh. Cook your shrimp for about 3 to 5 minutes on each side until they don't look opaque anymore. You want them to appear pink, but do not overcook them. Add your cabbage to a large bowl with the shrimp. Then you're gonna measure out 1 teaspoon of the Frank's Red Hot sauce, and then 2 tablespoons of light Thousand Island. Mix your dressing and buffalo sauce right into the bowl. Toss your mixture until dressing coats everything. Then slice up 1.5 ounces of avocado for each dish. Top with your avocado and everything but the bagel seasoning. This is seriously one of my faves.
Parmesan crusted fried ravioli. These are a hit with anyone who tries them, and they only take 4 steps to make. Get any ravioli you want from the refrigerated section of the grocery store, and then make the Parmesan crust with 1 part shredded Parmesan and 1 part Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. Add a little bit of seasoning too. I'm just using this Sazon Tropical, but you can use whatever you'd like, and season the flour as well. Then get your raviolis and dip them into flour, then whisked egg, and then pack on the Parmesan crust. Then fry them in vegetable oil on medium heat for about 2 minutes on each side or until golden brown. Finish them off with some grated Parmesan, some fresh basil, and a side of warm marinara sauce, and enjoy!
My mom's honey lemon chicken went viral last summer when I posted the recipe with her. I finally had time to actually write it down on my website with all the instructions. Look how juicy. Start by seasoning your chicken breast and your flour because we want every layer to be full of flavor. Again, all the specifics are on my website, Shek Eats, and the link is just in my bio. Then we're gonna dredge each piece in some flour and make sure to shake off the excess. The pan was preheated with oil, but I like to add a little butter and a little bit extra seasoning if it needs. We're not trying to cook the chicken all the way through, we're just getting it brown. Put the chicken in an oven-safe dish, add some butter and chicken stock, and add your honey. Yes, I'm finally posting a recipe that doesn't have wine or any other alcohol in it. Pour the sauce directly over the chicken and then squeeze in fresh lemon juice. Top with red pepper flakes if desired, I like a lot, and then lemon slices. They get kind of caramelized in the oven. I like to serve with fresh parsley, and you need to make some fluffy white rice to spoon the sauce over. It's just amazing. Let me know if you've already made it or tag a friend who needs to make this for you.
Today I'm making Guinness beef stew, and despite what you might think, this very dark colored beer is actually very light, so much so that it floats on top of almost any other beer. I'm going to cube up a big old chuck roast, but first I'm going to trim some of those major fatty areas, although a little fat is okay. Next I'm throwing in a mirepoix of roughly chopped vegetables, and as the saying goes, a Guinness a day will keep the doctor away, but if one can't, 2 can. See what they did there? So I'm throwing in 2 pints of Guinness and an equal amount of beef stock. Then I'm adding in a stick of butter, a whole bulb of minced garlic, Worcestershire sauce, honey, Dijon mustard, salt and pepper, and this will be the base seasoning for the stew. After about an hour, we're gonna mix the pot, throw in a bouquet of fresh herbs, and don't forget that bay leaf. Let all these ingredients get to know each other in the pot, and then we'll periodically check our meat to see how tender it is. I'm using a little flour and cornstarch sludge to help thicken up the stew into a gravy-like consistency. You're going to want to skim that top layer of oil that's built up from all the fat that's released from the meat, and you should notice the stew will start to thicken. Once the meat is starting to fall apart, you're ready to serve, and no beef stew is complete without a proper dinner roll.
So, what's good, everybody? Today, I'm going to show y'all how to make this fire shrimp macaroni salad. I'm telling you right now, you throw this on a plate with some barbecue, game over. Just look at that thing. Let's go, baby. First things first, go ahead and get you a box of elbow noodles boiled up. 1 pound of these little baby shrimps. We're gonna cook them till they're no longer translucent. Once you got them shrimps about halfway cooked in, go ahead and hit it with my Cajun seasoning. Some elbows in a bowl. Dump you in about 8 ounces of that blue plate mayo. Mayo mixed in, go ahead and dump in them beautiful Louisiana baby shrimp. Diced up onion, 1 teaspoon black pepper, salt to taste and mix everything in together. My Lord, baby, I wish y'all could taste this. Make sure you put this in the ice box for 1.5 hours before you serve it. Leftover boiled eggs from Easter and get them diced up in the bowl and mix it in. Oh my Lord, baby. Talk about some kind of good.
All right, pizza sliders on the Traeger, let's go. This is such a quick and easy dinner. I chose brioche buns. You're gonna put them in a cast iron, put your layer of sauce, cheese, pepperoni. I season with some red pepper flake and some basil. I like to throw this on the Traeger first before the tops hit to get that cheese melted. Then I'll add the tops of the buns, add some butter and some Parmesan cheese. It's gonna be about a 25-minute cook on the Traeger at 400 degrees. And that is it. Completely delicious.
These pickle poppers are a really easy appetizer to make. They're low carb, gluten-free, and can be made in under an hour. To make them, slice some dill pickles in half lengthwise, then scoop out the seeds. Mix together cream cheese, shredded cheddar, and spices, and then spoon that mixture into the dill pickle halves. Wrap each of those with a slice of bacon and transfer each to a baking sheet, and transfer the baking sheet to the oven to bake at 350 degrees for about 15 minutes on one side, flip them, and then about 15 minutes on the other side. While the poppers are baking, mix together the ingredients to make some homemade ranch. Turn the oven broiler on and broil them until the bacon is crisp before removing the pan from the oven, allowing the poppers to cool just slightly before serving them with the prepared ranch.
Hey guys, Chef Joe Simonera. Beef shanks. Yeah, you've probably seen veal shanks or veal ossobuco. These are beef shanks. You see the bone marrow is intact in there, and they're going to be really, really flavorful. All right, first what we're going to do is put a lot of salt on there and pepper on both sides. We're going to take the shank and just dredge it in a little bit of flour on both sides. Okay, hot oil, go right down. Dice up some onions. Okay, when you got a really good sear, do the other side. Add your onions. 2 cups of my favorite Syrah wine. I don't know how your peas look in your house, but in my house they are fresh, going right down in there. A cup of tomato sauce. 2 quarts of chicken stock. Nice tomatoes. Cook for 4 hours. Okay, well this is how it looks after 4 hours. I mean, just off the bone. Beautiful, beautiful meat. You got the marrow here. I like to just sprinkle a little scallions, lemon zest, and tomatoes. No rules in cooking, my friends. Taste this.
Did you know you can make a pizza crust using a can of chicken, and it's actually so good? I mixed together 2 cans of chicken, an egg, half a cup of Parmesan cheese, basil, garlic powder, salt and pepper, and then I threw it on a lined baking sheet with parchment paper that I sprayed with some oil, flattened it out. It went in the oven for 30 minutes on 375, and then I topped it with Alfredo sauce, mozzarella cheese, bacon bits, and parsley. It went in the oven for about 15 more minutes. It was perfect. If you guys try it, tag me and let me know what you think.
Hi everybody, it's Babs, and I'm making a 1-sheet meal, sticky apricot chicken. So to cut up chicken breast in chunks, I'm adding 1 beaten egg and just a pinch of pepper. Dredging each piece in flour and then putting on the prepared pan. Chicken on half the sheet, drizzle with olive oil. 475, 12 minutes. So add the asparagus now after 12 minutes, sprinkle it with a little olive oil, salt, and pepper. Flip the chicken. While the chicken's in the oven, we're making our sauce. Apricot preserves, soy sauce, balsamic vinegar, fresh ginger, fresh garlic, and a pinch of red pepper flakes. Combine. Coating the chicken with half of our apricot sauce. 3 minutes, 425 at the reduced temperature. So over jasmine rice, we added the chicken and then the rest of the sauce. And then I cut up the asparagus. It was easier to do it when it was whole. And then sprinkled with sesame seeds and fresh basil.
All right, if you were ever going to watch and like one of my videos, this is the one. This is the Truff Challenge to win $10,000 with Truff. If I win, the money is going to the Arizona Cancer Foundation for Children. Let's cook some hot chicken. 2 cups of buttermilk, 1/3 a cup Truff hot sauce. I got chicken breast in your dry mix. Dredge it, drop it in your mix, back to your dredge. 4 chicken breasts, double dredge, let them rest for 20 minutes. Got peanut oil in the Lodge at 350. Chicken's been in the oil for 8 minutes. Color's great, let's pull it out. Chicken cooked for 8 minutes, I let it rest on this rack. I made a little mix, half mayo, half hot sauce. Put our mix, top and bottom bun, put a little coleslaw and some Grillo dill pickles on top. This is how I truff, and this is damn good.
I'm going to show you how to make an easy crock pot dinner. Now we have our ground hamburger. You want to fry that up. I typically use my onions and my minced garlic in with my hamburger because I like them sauteed. We're going to add a can of black beans, can of red kidney beans, can of diced tomatoes. It calls for 1 can of beef broth, but I use the bouillon cubes. So I put 2 cups of water and then 3 bouillon cubes. 1 pack of ranch seasoning, 1 pack of taco seasoning, but I make my own. So if you'd like a video on how to make your own, I can do that. Just comment below. Add a can of Rotel. Some corn, you can use canned. I don't like canned. Stir together and cook for about 4 hours on low. So you top it with cheese, sour cream, and chips. And this is what you got.
These low-carb air fryer fajita bowls are one of my favorite meals. Let me show you how to make them. To a bowl, add 2 thinly sliced chicken breasts, some yellow pepper, red pepper, onion, some olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic, smoked paprika, and some chili powder. Mix that to combine. Add this to your favorite air fryer bowl. These silicone molds are amazing and I have them linked for you guys. Air fry your meat and veggies for 15 minutes at 400 degrees, stirring halfway through. Next up, steam 1 bag cauliflower rice. Then you just want to season with salt, pepper, add the juice of half a lime, and then you want to put about a tablespoon of sour cream in and 2 tablespoons of chives. Give that a stir. Now just plate it up and drizzle with some of your warm queso. You guys can find the full typed out version for this on my Instagram. Hope you enjoy.
Clean and simple, beautiful arugula salad.
This 4-ingredient salad is going to surprise you. Head down to Walmart, grab yourself a bottle of extra virgin olive oil because we all like to save money and live better. We go 1 part fresh lemon juice, 2 parts extra virgin olive oil. Throw it into a jar and give it the old-fashioned shaky. Now lightly dress some peppery arugula and season with kosher salt and black pepper. Gingerly toss around, keep things light and fluffy, and in comes a snowstorm of 36-month-old Parmesan Reggiano. Oh my stars. Full disclosure, we had 2 bowls.
Oh my gosh, that's delicious. Good job.